You have 1 minute, 60 seconds. In that tiny window of time, when you first meet someone, their entire character can unfold before you, if you know what to look for. Forget weeks or months of second guessing and confusion. The truth is, people show you who they are very, very quickly. We're often just taught to ignore the signs. Today, we're not talking about vague, bad vibes. We are breaking down the 10 specific, observable behaviors that reveal a toxic person in the first 60 seconds of meeting them. Let's get straight into it. Number 1, the compliment is a test. The first thing you notice might actually sound nice, but it feels off. A toxic individual rarely gives a straightforward compliment. Their compliments are tools. A genuine person might say, "I love that jacket. It's simple and makes you feel good." A toxic person will say something like, "Wow, you're brave enough to pull off a jacket like that." Or, "You're surprisingly knowledgeable about this topic. Did you catch it?" The compliment comes with a subtle jab or a note of surprise. It's a backhanded compliment, designed to put you slightly on the defensive. It's a test to see how you'll react. Do you feel the need to justify yourself? Do you shrink back? They are testing your boundaries from the very first interaction. A genuine compliment is a gift. A toxic person's compliment is an invoice, and they're waiting to see how you'll pay. Pay attention to how a compliment makes you feel. If it leaves you feeling confused instead of happy, you've just received your first warning sign. Number 2, the conversational takeover. You've just said hello, and you're about to ask their name, but it's too late. They've already launched into a 5-minute story about their terrible morning, their brilliant idea, or their strong opinion on something irrelevant. You are not a participant in a conversation. You are an audience of one. They don't ask you a question and wait for the answer. If they do ask, they often interrupt you halfway through to steer the topic back to the only subject that truly interests them, themselves. This isn't just an outgoing or chatty personality. This is a complete disregard for conversational balance. A healthy interaction is a two-way street. With a toxic person, it's a one-way monologue, and you're just the background scenery. They see people not as connections to be made, but as resources for their own validation. Your role is simply to listen and be impressed. If you feel like you're shrinking while they're talking, it's because they're taking up all the space in the room. Number 3, they gossip about someone immediately. You are a complete stranger, and within the first minute, they are already telling you something negative about a mutual acquaintance, a coworker, or even the person who just walked away from the conversation. This can feel flattering at first. It feels like they've chosen you as a confidant, letting you into their inner circle. Do not be fooled. This is not a sign of trust. It's a demonstration of their character. The rule is simple and absolute. How they talk to you about others is how they will talk to others about you. By gossiping immediately, they show you that they lack loyalty, seek validation by putting others down, and create bonds through negativity instead of shared interests. It's a quick and dirty way to create a false sense of us versus them. Right now, you're the us. But the moment you walk away, you become the them. Number 4, they ask deeply personal questions too soon. Small talk exists for a reason. It's a safe way for two people to feel each other out. A toxic person sees small talk as a waste of time. It's a barrier to getting the information they want. So, within a minute, they'll skip past, "How's your day?" and jump straight to, "So, are you married? How much money do you make?" Or questions about your past difficulty. These questions feel intrusive and invasive because they are. This isn't a sign of someone who is just curious or wants to get to know you deeply. It's a person who does not respect personal boundaries. They are mining you for information they can use later. They're looking for weaknesses, insecurities, and leverage points. Genuine connection is a slow dance. This behavior is a home invasion. Number 5, subtle mockery, disguised as a joke. They say something that stings a little, and as soon as they see your reaction, they quickly follow it up with, "Hey, I'm just kidding," or "Learn to take a joke." This is one of the most common and manipulative tactics. They use jokes to say what they really think, to test your limits, and to see what kind of insults you are willing to tolerate. It's a way for them to be cruel with a built-in escape hatch. If you react, you're the one with no sense of humor. If you don't react, you've just silently agreed to let them disrespect you. It's a no-win situation. Pay close attention to this. Humor that is actually funny makes everyone feel good. Humor that isolates one person and makes them the butt of the joke isn't humor at all. It's aggression wearing a clown nose. Number 6, How they treat service people. Their character is never clearer than in the first 60 seconds. They interact with a waiter, a cashier, or a receptionist. Watch them closely. Are they dismissive? Do they refuse to make eye contact? Do they speak with a condescending tone? Do they snap their fingers to get attention? This is a massive tell. A person who is kind to you but rude to the waiter is not a kind person. They believe in a hierarchy, and they are performing for you because they see you as someone who is either on their level or above them. They see the service person as beneath them. It shows a lack of empathy and a sense of entitlement. This isn't just a bad mood. It's a window into their soul. How someone treats those they don't need to impress is who they really are. Number 7, the victim story appears instantly. You ask a simple question like, how has your week been? A normal response might be, it's been busy but good. A toxic person's response will often be a story about how they've been wronged. Their boss is an idiot. Their ex is crazy. Their family doesn't understand them. The world is a conspiracy against them. And it all unfolds within the first minute of your conversation. While we all have bad days, for a toxic person, being a victim is a permanent address. They use these stories to disarm you and trigger your empathy. You naturally want to help or feel sorry for them. This allows them to avoid taking any responsibility for their own actions or circumstances. If everyone is always the problem, they never have to look at the one common denominator in all their failed relationships and bad situations, themselves. Number 8, they ignore your physical boundaries. Pay attention to your personal space. Do they stand just a little too close? Do they touch your arm or your back while talking without any invitation? While some cultures are more touch-oriented than others, this is about your internal comfort level. A socially aware person is sensitive to body language. They can see if you are comfortable or if you are subtly leaning away. A toxic person either doesn't notice or doesn't care. They believe their desire to create a connection overrides your right to personal space. This is a physical representation of how they will treat your emotional boundaries later on. If they can't respect the few feet of air around your body, they certainly won't respect your need for emotional space down the line. Number 9, the conversation feels like an interrogation. This is different from asking personal questions. This is when the entire flow of the conversation is them asking you question after question without revealing anything about themselves. You walk away after a minute and realize, I know nothing about that person, but they know all about my job, my hobbies, and where I live. This creates a power imbalance. They have gathered information, ammunition, while remaining a complete mystery. It makes you feel exposed and vulnerable. A healthy conversation is a mutual exchange of information. An interrogation is a one-sided extraction. They are not trying to get to know you. They are trying to assess you. Number 10, your body gives you a warning. This is the most important sign of all. It's not something they say or do, but something you feel. After just 60 seconds with them, do a quick internal check. Is your stomach tight? Are your shoulders tensed up toward your ears? Do you feel strangely tired, as if your energy has been drained? Do you feel the need to be on guard? Your body is an incredible detector of truth. It often picks up on thousands of tiny, non-verbal cues that your conscious mind misses. It recognizes the slight mismatch between their warm words and their cold eyes. It senses the tension in their smile. We call this a gut feeling. It is your oldest, most primal survival system at work. Don't rationalize it away. Don't tell yourself you're being too judgmental. Your intuition is data. When your body tells you, no, listen, your peace is precious. Learning to spot these signs in the first minute isn't about being cynical. It's about being wise. It's about choosing to invest your time and energy in people who add to your life, not subtract from it. If this video helped you recognize something important, please give it a like so more people can find it, and subscribe for more content to help you protect your peace. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest red flag you've ever noticed in the first minute of meeting someone? Share your story in the comments below. You never know who you might be helping.